Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn the Daily Tanya for Tet Vav Sivan Tafshin Pei Dalet. So yesterday we learned about how just as we cannot understand how Hashem bestows His animating force, the life-giving essence, to the world, how He creates ex nihilo, so too we cannot understand how He hides this, how He limits this. Um, it's it's basically an admission of the limits of human understanding, and also of Hashem's ultimate power and his ability to sort of do things completely freely and without any limitation. And so let's continue. So the aspect of Hashem's, the way that Hashem conducts himself, which is related to sort of the contraction of light and the hiding of light. So the hiding of this life force. Nikra b'shem kelim. And so this is called, this is what we refer to as kelim, as vessels. V'chayut atzmo, whereas the sort of animating force itself, nikra b'shem o, is called light. Shekmo shakli mechaseh al ma shebetocho, right? So just as a vessel covers up that which is within it, but it also allows us to interact with it properly. So the contraction aspect of Hashem, the sort of concealment of His life force, it hides and it sort of disguises the light and the animating spirit that He sort of brings forth. And these vessels, these are the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, these sort of elemental particles of meaning of speech, and they sort of contain the internal meaning itself, which we cannot interact with except through these sort of particles. Sheshalshan, and their source is, as we said, the sort of 5 places where the breath is cut, right? It's hey maitzes apeh, right? And here he's going to add another aspect. Sheshalshan hey otiot mansapach. The 5 final letters. They're different sort of permutations. Letters in the Hebrew alphabet look different, so there are 5 letters that are different at the end of the word than they are in the middle of the word. And the end also sort of, this aspect of them being at the end symbolizes, again, their delimiting nature. Shen Hegvot, and these are the 5 points of rigor. Hamechalkot umafridot, which divide Hevel, the breath, v'hakol, and one's voice. Behemot otapeh, right, as we talked about in the 5 places in the mouth where the speech is cut. Leitavot kavbet otiot. Leitavot kavbet otiot. So this is how the 22 letters are created. V'sholosh ha'hekvuot, and the root of these 5 points of rigor, hu butzina de cardonita, is, it's very hard to translate this. Butzina means candle, and cardonita is a very peculiar word. Some claim that cardonita means darkness, or has something to do with darkness. So the dark candle, right? It's sort of, it allows God to, it doesn't allow God doesn't do anything, but it allows us to sort of receive light by God darkening himself and sort of pulling back. Shehig Vua'ila, which is the high rigor, Datik Yomin, of the Ancient of Days. This is taken from the Zohar, and the Zohar took it from Sefer Daniel, the book of Daniel. And the Ancient of Days in the Kabbalistic tradition refers to the most sort of secretive and the most principal point of Hashem's will, of the Keter. V'sholosh chasadim, right, and the root of Hashem's chesed, of Hashem's sort of bestowing of life, hu gamken chesed datik yomin. It is also the chesed, the bestowing that comes from atik yomin, that comes from the Ancient of Days, that comes from the most internal part of Hashem's will, as is known to people who study Kabbalah. So that's where we're going to leave off today, and we're going to start chapter 5 tomorrow. All right, everybody.